Hi everyone. In the business organization subject, I am going to explain you meaning of business and classification of business activities. First of all, quickly, I will go for the what do you mean by the business. Business is a wider term and it is also as an economic activity. It involves so many activities like it involves exchange, purchase, sale, or production of goods and services. The primary motive of the business is to earn profits, but without compromising the satisfy the needs of the customers. Of course, business can be both profit or non-profit organization. If it is a profit organization, the primary objective is to earn more profits. If it is a non-profit organization, the primary motive is to achieve a social cause for the society. Having said that, let me go for the what are the classification of business activities in this. Right. Normally, business has been divided into industry and commerce. And again, the industry has been divided into primary industry, secondary industry, and tertiary industry. Again, commerce has been divided into trade and auxiliaries to trade. Again, the primary industry has been subdivided into extractive and genetic industries. Secondary industry has been subdivided into manufacturing and construction industry. As well as then we will go for the trade. Again, trade has been divided into internal and internal wholesale and retail, and external import, export, and import trade. While we go for the auxiliaries are trade concerned, warehousing, insurance, banking and finance, transportation, and advertising. I will move on to the one by one clearly. Just I'm going to explain what we mean by industry. Normally, the industry nothing but conversion of raw material into beneficial products. The finished product should be beneficial and useful to the customer. Normally, the industry it can create capital goods or consumer goods. Capital goods such as furniture, fixtures, all those, and consumer goods just whatever we consume, cloth, radio, bread and butter, etc. Again, just as I told you, categories of industries: primary industry, secondary industries, and tertiary. Primary industries are normally we need to extract or breed from natural resources like water, air, land, etc. And primary industries are also has been the reproduction of living species. Right now, I will move on to the extractive industry. What do you mean by extractive industry? It involves extraction of natural resources. For example, we are getting minerals from the earth. It is coming extractive under extractive industry. Coming to the genetic industry, normally whatever we are rearing of cattle for milk, any breeding for living organisms, these will be coming under the genetic industry. Again, I'm going to tell you, primary industry has been divided into two categories. One is extractive and another one is a genetic industry. There are some example have given: agriculture, mining, fishing, forestry. All these will be coming under the primary industries. Then move on to the secondary industry. Secondary industries are also subdivided into two industries. One is manufacturing industry and second one is a construction industry. Secondary industry is coming that the raw material has been conversion into the finished products. These can be divided into first one, in the manufacturing industries, the first one is the analytical industry. Normally, in the analytical industry, which are analyzes and separates different elements from the same material. For example, crude oil. Crude oil is processed, and after processing, we are going to get so many finished products like petroleum, diesel, kerosene, etc. Then one more in the manufacturing industry concern, synthetic industry. Normally, which we need to combine so many ingredients to produce new product. Suppose we are using very various chemicals to mix it into make a soap. And processing industry, it involves so many processes, so many manufacturing stages to come to the finished products. Suppose sugar can convert it into sugar with so many processes. The last one is a assembling industry. Normally assembles different components, parts to make a new product. Suppose computer. See, while we are taking the computer, CPU, mouse, and different components will be attached at one place, and this is known as the assembling industry. These four are coming under the manufacturing industry. The first one is a analytical, second one is a synthetical, and third one is a processing, fourth one is a assembling industry. Coming back to the constructive industries. Normally, while we're constructing dams construction, buildings construction, road construction, all these will be coming under the construction industries. Mostly the iron and steel, cement, all these industries coming under the construction industries. Now move on to the just I'm going to one by one analytical, synthetical, processing, assembling. I have given one by one for better understanding purpose. Then tertiary industry. Then tertiary industry, normally tertiary industry is coming under the providing services to businesses as well as consumers. For example, retail, finance, healthcare, education, tourism. Suppose retail, selling goods to the consumers, finance, providing money, providing finance facilities, and providing investment facilities to the various business and consumers. Healthcare, providing medical services. Education, providing teaching and learning services to the students. And tourism, providing travel and leisure services. All these will be coming under the tertiary industry. Before I go for commerce, just I would like to tell you the industries has been divided into three categories: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Normally, we are considered primary industries coming under the agriculture, second industry coming under the industry, and third one is considered under the services sector. So the primary agriculture, secondary industry, third one is a service sector. So coming back now, I'm moving on to the commerce. What I mean by the commerce? The commerce is nothing but the total all activities from the producer to the consumer. All the activities will be coming under the commerce. The main meaning of the commerce aims to remove all hindrances, obstacles, restrictions in the process of exchange of goods and services from the producer to the consumer. Again, I'm going to tell you commerce refers to all the activities relating to the producer and consumer. Before in between whatever the activities are coming across, all the activities will be coming under the commerce. So the main objective to remove all restrictions in the process of exchange. Again, commerce has been divided into trade and aids to trade. Trade is nothing but it includes buying and selling of goods and services. Again, trade has been divided into two categories. Those are internal trade and external trade. Internal trade means whatever goods, buying and selling of goods or services happen within the geographical boundaries of same country. Within the country, whatever selling and buying happen, that will be coming under the internal trade. Again, internal trade, wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade normally the buying and goods from producer to the retailer. Again, retailer retail to the consumer. So the internal trade, the trade happening within the country itself, the internal trade has been divided into two parts: wholesale trade and retail trade. Now moving on to the external trade. So first is import. Import means we are taking goods and services from other countries. We are importing. Export, we are going to export means selling goods and service to other countries. Interport trade means we are purchasing goods from one country and selling them to the other country. The main reason for so many countries are not reaching before that one country will be available, so that country will purchasing goods from that one country and selling to the other country. This is known as the entrepot trade. So the last one I'm going to tell you what are the aids or auxiliaries to trade. What do you mean by this? The meaning is the aids and auxiliaries trade means it provides support to all the performing activities related to trade and industry. What are the supporting activities here? Consider first one is the insurance, second banking and finance, warehousing, transportation, and one more has been added, that is a advertising. So warehousing, So what is the main purpose of warehousing? We need to store the goods, as and when we need the goods, we are going to supply those goods as per the demand. So we need to store the goods to ensure regular supply. Then transportation, moving goods from production to the marketplace. Insurance, there is a some financial security against any risk or loss of damage of the goods. Banking and finance, providing financial service to the trading firms. So ultimately, what I would like to conclude in this aspect is business activities are very, very essential to meet and demands growing of the consumer. The ultimate aim, not just for profit, we can also ensure the customer satisfaction. We need to take into the consideration of the needs of the customers, taste and preference of the customer, and also we need to satisfy the customer. In this digital era, e-commerce is playing major role to provide customer satisfaction. So all the business activities are very, very essential to meet and growing demands of the consumer. Thank you, one and all.